ho, ho, ho.
This is Mattastrophic.
Ride the rainbow.
Ride the rainbow.
Bells will be ringing.
Corporate sponsors. Corporate sponsorship. Mattastrophic.
I am an ethereal being, and fire scares me.
Ho, 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 ho. Welcome, campers. We are here today to celebrate the holiday season. In a future episode, you will learn more about a special guest of ours that requested to understand what it means to celebrate the holiday season here at Mattastrophic. Yes, you have found the correct campfire. This is the Mattastrophic Christmas special. What is transpiring here at this campfire is Kelley shared a F-stack of Christmas specials and or episodes with Duffie. I'm Kelley.
And I'm Duffie.
How are you today, sir? Welcome to the Christmas party.
Good. We're recording a little earlier in the day today. I think I have some good energy level to do this episode. I've also got a brew I'm sipping on. It's a hazy IPA from Partake Brewing. Tastes lovely. Just had a little snack, which was your Christmas gift you sent me. It was a fig bar. Kelley knows that I love figs. I say it's my favorite dried fruit. I won't say my favorite fruit because I prefer them dried.
Yes.
I like them okay in their natural form. Yeah, the Turkish dried figs, man, that's the way. And so that was a tasty treat. So I got my drink, tasty treat, early in the day, sitting here in front of the old campfire. So yeah, feeling pretty good, man.
Excellent. I'm going to have a sip of your Christmas gift to me, Santa Claus Taler. I love the design of the label. I look at the back to see what it is, and I can't see in this campfire lights.
You need your reading spectacles.
I need reading spectacles. It is 50% non-alcoholic malt beverage and 50% cranberry cinnamon drink. That sounds delightful. Let's hope that, as I drink out of my Santa mug here, let's hope that it is tasting delightful as well.
Yeah.
Smells wonderful. Oh, wow. Merry wonderment in
Awesome.
my mouth. It goes quite well with the stack that I built today. While we were building the campfire here today, while we were putting the festive Yule log on top, we were talking a little bit about the stack here, and I blame Duffie for a lot of the punk music that he's been sharing with my imagination go a little rogue. Well, no, you know what? Before we even get into that,
Okay.
Duffie is incredibly upset about something. We are not negative here at Mattastrophic very often, so we saw what better time to get a little negative than
Christmas. So, I'm not a Scrooge. I do like Christmas. I'm not always known to participate heavily in, all of the things putting up the Christmas tree, decorating. My wife really does most of that stuff. She's the big gift buyer and the gift wrapper. I do enjoy Christmas, but there's one thing that especially this year, man, that I just am sick of it and I'm over it. I'm totally done with glitter. I hate glitter. And it seems like glitter is on every Christmas decoration. It's on the wrapping paper. It's on the Christmas cards. On 95% of anything related to Christmas has glitter on it. And all of that glitter, I'm sure there's so many people listening to this right now that can relate. That stuff ends up all over the floor, in the rug, all over the furniture, all over your hands. You walk around later in the day, you've got it on your face. The dogs, the pets, I have 2 dogs and a cat, and they walk around with glitter all over them. Well, their toys are on their floor, so the toys get glitter on them. They pick up, and I'm thinking to myself, how much glitter is my dog ingesting on a daily basis? This can't be good. This is a hazard. This is a public safety risk here. You know what I'm saying?
It totally
There's
is.
2 things that the earth really doesn't need: styrofoam and glitter.
Preach.
I hate both with a passion.
Preach, my friend.
Yeah, that is my big Christmas gripe this year, man. My wife and I, we both came to this conclusion. I think I'm more passionate about hating the glitter. We both came to the conclusion that we want to kind of put an end to it, get away from it. So we'd already purchased all the stuff covered in glitter and whatever. We threw out some wrapping paper that had glitter on it because we were just enough's enough. And so we went back to the store, buy some more Christmas supplies like wrapping paper and other. So going back to the store with the intention of avoiding that is so difficult. So hard to find anything without glitter on it, man. It's just unreal.
I just wanted to say, campers, that I fully support this man and his crusade against glitter. I hate it. And my knee-jerk response is whenever it's just just don't touch it.
It's
don't touch
broken glass.
Don't touch it. Yeah, it's broken glass. I fully support the end to all glitter.
Yeah, should we start a petition or something?
Yes. We're going to pass around the clipboard here at the Mattastrophic Campfire for you campers today to sign our petition to end all things glitter. And now, a word from our sponsor.
So there's got to be a warehouse that's just a huge pit of glitter, right? And they're just shoveling this stuff into crates or into barrels and shipping it here and there.
It's scary to think about the money and energy that goes into creating something so awful for everyone.
Yeah. The government's got to be involved somehow. There has to be a subsidy or something, because that is on everything. All right, back to your Christmas fun.
I noticed something about this F-Stack. All of these specials and episodes created in the 1980s. So for you nostalgia heads out there, you're in for a treat. Also, all 4 of them are from different countries or lands. There's one from what I would call Imagination Land. One is Canadian, one is British, and one is from Chicago, right here in the US of A. I'll just read it off real quick for you campers. Number 1, Christmas at Pee-wee's Playhouse. Number 2, George and the Christmas Star. Number 3, The Snowman. And number 4, A Christmas Story. The Perfect Strangers, Season 2, Episode 11.
Yay!
I led with Pee-wee because Pee-wee definitely set the tone for this stack and a lot of how I've been feeling for the last year. It kind of surprised me because I've seen this special a lot This time I kind of watched it with a little bit of intention to try to see all the little subversive tricks that he was pulling, middle fingers to his corporate Hollywood overlords that he creatively pushed back against quite often in his career. Also, at the same time, just a fun, happy, good lessoned, good-humored, musical, guest-filled extravaganza. Now let me briefly read of the guest list for this.
Yeah, he had the biggest stars there was at the time.
The UCLA Men's Glee Club, Frankie Avalon, Cher, Charo, the Del Rubio triplets, Annette Funicello, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Whoopi Goldberg, Magic Johnson, Grace Jones, Katie Lang, Little Richard, Joan Rivers, Dinah Shore, Oprah Winfrey, and Hans, Charlie Tickner as Pee-wee's stunt double. That's awesome that they included that.
That list is wild.
And I'm not going to lie, Del Rubio triplets all day, every day. Those ladies are amazing. I think as a little kid I had a crush on them too. That element of unpredictability, and I crave that, in storytelling especially. I want to ask you, Duffy, did you enjoy your experience at the Playhouse?
Yes, I did, man. And I haven't watched anything Pee-wee in a very long time. It's just so weird and wild and funny. I don't know, so much happening, like, visually. His humor is from, like, little kid humor to, like, serious adult. Did you pick that up? Did you catch, like, do you understand what he's trying to say right now?
Yeah.
Like, there's so much to take in. At first, I was feeling a little overstimulated from the start of it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like an acid trip sort of thing. Like, there's so much coming at you,
Think of a sugar rush.
Yeah.
Like you've had like 4 or 5 bowls, big giant bowls of cereal as a kid. And then Pee-wee's Playhouse would come on 11:30. You've had time to like digest a massive amount of sugar, and it's hitting your brain, and you're ready to go run outside, shake you up a little bit, and spin you around in a circle, and then he'll push you out the door.
Well, you need that, like, rapid fire, your brain, like, the rapid synapse firing sort of thing to keep up with everything and to process everything,
Then there's Pee-wee, who's just like, I'm going to jump into this screen and play Connect the Dot.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go to the fridge, and it's going to come alive. Everything in there is this claymation existence as soon as you open the door to the fridge. That was my favorite. I remember being a kid, just like, you'd slowly open the fridge, just hoping one day that all of it's going to be alive doing something. Just stuff like that, like, it really encourages an active imagination, really pushing the boundaries of what you think is possible, what you can get away with. This first aired December 21st, 1988. I definitely think, campers, that you should go out of the way to watch this. He has a great wish at the end. Peace on earth.
Radical.
Let's move on to number 2. George and the Christmas Star. This first aired December 14th, 1985. It is lost in time. I tried to find it on the interwebs. It's not streaming anywhere. It's not hanging out in any corners that I could find. I have an old copy of Christmas VHS specials back in the day. I have this really crappy version of it where I can't hear the narrator's voice very well throughout. Unfortunately, no subtitles. So I'm kind of filled in the gaps on my own. It's very beautifully crafted, especially for 1985. It just feels vibrant. It is a wonderful, weird Christmas special. It's for fans that love outer space, aliens, space travel. So George wants a Christmas star. He sees this star in the sky, decides, that's going to go on the top of my tree. And he builds this giant spaceship. The charm and the fun of this is that it's just kind of absurd. George builds this spaceship and takes off on an adventure to get this star. And along the way, I want to shout out Ralph. who is a robot who can jam. Ralph lives on his own planet with 100 empty beds. Space motel. He's yet to ever have a guest at his space motel. Disappointing. George gets in the bed, and Ralph just busts out his little built-in piano. Funky jam. As you can imagine, he learns the lesson is friendship. He meets these friends on the journey to the star. He brings the star back, and as soon as he puts it on the tree, shoots back up into space. Right up his chimney, right back into outer space, where it belongs. George immediately realizes, much to his credit, as he's cutting out a paper star to put on his tree, I got these friends now. And he also had a cat that made goofy faces that kind of reminded me of my cat, Candy. This next one you can find on the interwebs. The Snowman, which first aired December 26, 1982, the day after Christmas.
It's a nice little treat.
On the BBC. Now, that previous one was aired on CTV. George and the Christmas Star was Canadian. The Snowman is BBC in the UK. Duffy watched this, and I would like to hear his thoughts.
It was nice, man. It had like a very calming, relaxing like vibe to it. The way the animation was done. I watched it with my wife, and she was pointing out, she's like, I think they did this with crayon. It just has like a unique look to it, and it feels like whimsical, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The little kid who kind of seems like maybe like lonely.
Yeah.
By himself. He builds this snowman. He's just like looking out from the windows. Like he goes back inside and he just keeps looking out like to this snowman. And he's just fascinated by this creation that he made.
Yeah.
You know, snowman ends up coming to life and they go on a little adventure. Warm-hearted Christmas sort of feel.
I wanted to share it for all the reasons you just said. I love the story of building a snowman, having it come to life, but then having it escalate quickly. I like that the snowman was precocious, I guess is a good word for it. Going up into the parents' room while they're sleeping, just messing about, trying on all their clothes. Then let's steal dad's motorbike
right.
and tear ass around the woods at night. And then having the snowman realize, oh, I know where Santa lives. Let's go. And then flying there.
That was unexpected.
And magical Christmas wonder to me, you know, with that raw element. And the music is wonderful. There's no dialogue at all. Appreciate it. There's an introduction to the special. It shows a man walking into the woods, the older version of the kid, and he remembering the experience of getting this scarf. In the U.S., I learned, there was a different intro. David Bowie, of all people. David Bowie was in this intro, and he finds the scarf. So you're to believe that the little kid is David Bowie when he was younger.
Rad.
A Christmas Story. The Perfect Stranger Season 2, Episode 11, that aired December 17th, 1986. Don't forget to hit that like and or subscribe button. So Duffy, do you have any experience with the beauty that is The Perfect Strangers?
I watched this show when I was a young boy. I mean, I liked it as a kid, you know. I liked Balky, of course, was my favorite. I mean, I don't really understand why I liked it as a child. Like, trying to remember, you know, my experience or my thoughts of it. I don't know. I just do remember that I liked it, but seeing it now, it's odd. I don't know. It's just TV was different back then. It's funny watching this show. Just the things that I notice more than like the storyline and what's happening, I guess, is the way that they are acting as actors and like the way that the characters, like their dialogue between them and stuff like that. It's a funny show, man. It puts you into a different place watching it, you know?
Yeah, it has this own weird existence. It's almost that idyllic quality of when you think like maybe like the Brady Bunch or
Yeah.
absurd family oriented, super happy sitcoms of pretty much every era up until now.
Yeah.
And in this instance, it's such a overused but still somewhat charming trope of being snowed in. There is like this element of absurdity to Balky especially, who is also my favorite.
Yeah, just the whole storyline, though, also.
Yes. I like learning about Balky, whose Christmas tradition is, instead of a Christmas tree, they have a Christmas turtle named Bernie, who comes back every year on Christmas. Balky Claus is Balky Claus. I hope that this Christmas F-Stack did something to you. It's an unexpected present underneath your tree or wherever you receive your presents. I don't know.
One thing that's nice about your stack is that, you know, when you've done several Christmases in which you are, you know, looking for things to watch on TV or wherever,
Yeah.
it's mostly the same movies
Yeah.
that you go to. You go to your favorites, the classics, blockbusters, and cult classics, stuff like that. I like that your stack was none of those things, really. I mean, a little bit like cult classic, yeah.
Yeah.
It's something new or something for people to say, okay, let me search these. It's not Home Alone and National Lampoons and all the go-tos.
Have an experience that was also Mattastrophic, because that's kind of what we do here. Kind of searching for something a little different, a little outside the realm of the ordinary.
Yeah, with a little bit of weirdness.
Don't forget, nothing says Merry Christmas like corporate sponsorship. You got a song of the week, buddy?
Yes, I do have a song of the week, my friend. You gave me a stack of Christmas delights, and so I give you a song. I'm still staying in that lane. Staying in that lane, bro. That punk rock lane. Been stuck in myself, and then I've pulled you into a little bit here. So once again, I'm sharing an MXPX song. And the song is called Late Great Snowball Fight of 2006. This is from MXPX Christmas EP called Punk Rock Christmas from 2018. So it's a whole record full of awesome Christmas music that doesn't sound like the, you know, it's not the traditional songs. It's not the traditional Christmas songs.
No.
It's got the punk rock flair. Yeah, it's totally MXPX.
I'm the piano man.
So yeah, man, Late Great Snowball Fight by MXPX. It's got some killer lyrics. It's all about a snowball fight. You know, it's silly. It's fun. Makes me wish that I was a young lad in a snowball fight myself.
Me too.
These days, I kind of try to avoid being out in the snow and cold because it sucks.
Yes.
Guess under the right circumstances, you know, there's some fun to be had there.
I love the energy of the song because I'm not a traditional Christmas tune kind of guy. So I like it when it doesn't sound like traditional Christmas tune.
Yeah.
Very much appreciated that you brought that to the campfire. Campers, I brought something a little different, as I will be doing in episodes occasionally moving forward. I brought a story of the week. It is in the medium of film. To me, this is a film that is about a Christmas miracle, even though it doesn't take place in the holiday season. But I watch it every couple years in the holiday season. Also, come to find out, Duffie shares amplified love for Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. This movie was released on March 22nd, 1985. Duffie! Wow, huh?
Yeah, man. So funny when we discover that a movie or a band or a song or whatever that we both like love and that we didn't know the other person loved. Dude, this movie, The Last Dragon, has been one of my favorites, I guess, since I was, I don't even know how old, 10 years old? Younger, 8 years old. But my parents had it on VHS, and so that's how I saw it as a child. My dad had like a book that cataloged like all of the VHS, and he had them all like numbered on the outside of the box. So you'd open up the book, you know, you'd flip through and you'd be like, oh, you see there'd be like 3 movies on each cassette. So yeah, I would go through in the book. I would basically watch almost the entire, you know, all the movies that, you know, my dad had recorded off from. I don't even know where he recorded these. Must have been like on TV, you know, I'm guessing there was some movie channel or something because there was no commercials, you know what I mean? That's how I discovered The Last Dragon. And as a kid, I would watch it all the time, like as many opportunities as I had, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I love this movie. And even now, I own it on DVD. It's like one of those movies. It's like had mentioned. It's like a Back to the Future sort of thing.
It is a Back to the Future.
It's of that caliber. It's just an awesome kung fu movie. It's like a hero's journey sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's got awesome music in it. It's got awesome fashion, the lingo, you know, the way they talk. It is so rad.
It's of the era, it transcends the era. Big fan of Rhythm of the Night by DeBarge.
Yeah.
Like, how about a random ass William H. Macy, you know? Just for like 2 seconds and you blink and he's gone.
All the characters are so good. The fight scenes, such cool fight scenes, and
oh man,
like all the students get involved. That one fight there where they're on the dance floor.
Yes.
All the like big bad guy sort of dudes, kids run in from the kung fu school. Yeah, it's so cool, man.
I especially think of the scene where he's up on the roof meditating and the family is down waiting for him for breakfast, and he comes in. Interplay between them feels like a real family.
Yeah.
I laugh every single time he gets up, Leroy, and he sees the girl that he saved last night on the TV. And he goes, I would like to see her. And the little brother, oh, I would like to see her.
Yeah.
Direct your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza.
Yeah, you just feel so bad for that family, you know?
Yes. When they destroy that, it's like the mom is like chucking pizza dough at the bad guys, and it's funny, but it's also like, watch her face in that scene. Do you believe that this woman's watching this clown come in and destroy her livelihood with just because her son won't fight you? Like,
yeah, that family-run business.
That final act, man. I mean, that's one of the best, if not the best, final act in an action movie that I've seen. Every time I watch it, I get like amped up, man. Like,
oh yeah. As a kid, man, I wanted to believe that the glow was real so bad.
Me too, dude.
I mean, just think if you had never... I mean, eventually one of us would have mentioned this movie or, like, mentioned a line from it or something, you know?
Campers, seriously, there's 1,001 reasons to watch Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon for either the first time or... I don't even know. Never enough. I'll have to make this my new holiday tradition.
To all the non-alcoholic beer makers out there, feel free to send us product and we'll drink it.
We will drink it. Or fig bars, too.
Yep, or fig bars.
I do want to end this by saying that the secret awaits eyes unclouded by ambition. Those who are bound by desire see only that which can be held in their hands. That is the great Leroy Green. Thank you, campers, and happy holidays.
Happy snowball fight. Ciao.